5 minus 0. Pause. Button. Recorder. Dog. Page. Music. Coils. Word. Periscope. WordPress. WordPress. Blog posts. 1220. 1. Recorder HQ.
Okay.
Privacy and cookies. This site uses to find out more. / boredom. I'm getting a hand-read budgie in boredom. Heading.
So I'm checking out old posts that I did years ago before I retired. Soon after retiring Troy and before Troy retired as a guide dog. So I'm just checking out old posts and comparing them to how I feel today about getting a new dog, and it's quite funny. Like, listen to
boredom. Heading level 1.
Boredom.
Visited. Link. Article. Landmark.
Oh, bloody cough. Okay, so I'll assume that Recorder HQ is also going to record voiceover. So I'm going to let voiceover do the speaking when I read these posts. But this is quite funny. Here's a post I did.
/ This is my life. I'm getting a hand-read budgie in a few.
I did it in like September of 2000.
Boredom. Heading level 1. Visited. I'm getting a hand-read budgie in a few weeks. I've also decided to be taken off the GDQ waiting list. Too many was on the list, but the main one being, they are too expensive to look after. I pay more to maintain my guide dog annually than what I get in my pension per year. Plus, I'm not going to give up any of my other lifestyle commitments just for a service dog. They are worth their weight in gold. But that doesn't mean I'll be giving my other ways of life away so readily. So when Troy retires in March, I'll discuss what's happening in the coming months. Apart from having a cold, I'm pretty fine. Troy is still going strong. My 2 birds are with a friend of the local pet shop owner. Hopefully they are happy and loved and cared for. I haven't been up to much lately. I have been going out with the support worker and Troy loves to come along with me, but I haven't done a lot of exciting stuff because of hardly any of money. Anyway, I'll write more later.
Oh my god, that's
Share this. I'm getting a
hilarious.
My life is a boredom. I'm getting a hand-read more. A really bumpy road ahead. I'm at home after a lovely day out. Main navigation. Selected. My sites.
Don't
Tab.
like how
1 of 5.
WordPress jumps up to the top of the page when I'm down at some posts that I want to read, and then I get back out of a post to go to the list to go back to reading. It jumps right to the top of the page.
In progress.
Stupid thing.
The 5th of September, 2016.
So the 5th of September.
View. Edit. The 5th of September. View. Edit. The 5th of September. View. Edit. The 5th of September. More. View. Edit. Testing something with my wireless keyboard. More. View. More. Testing. Edit. Test. More. View. Button. / link. End. Banner. This is my life. / test. Go fun. I'm just doing something. Go. There we go. Share this. Heading level 3.
That's not what
My life is a really bumpy road ahead. I'm at home after a lovely day out. I'm gonna have a shit of a time for the next few months. I got a call from main navigation. Selected. In progress.
It jumps
the 5th of September
to the top of the list.
Edit. Testing something with my edit. Troy is back again. 5 grinning face with wide eyes.
Troy's back again.
A trip down memory lane and rambling on.
Edit.
View. Button. Edit. More.
Now,
button. My boring life. I'm using more. View. Edit. A trip down memory lane and rambling on. I'm using my laptop to write this post from Yahoo Mail. What I don't know how to do is add a new contact to the address book. So I'm hoping that the 6th of September 2016.
So this is written on the 6th of September of 2016.
Edit. View. Button.
What funny stuff I'm going to say in this.
This is my life. I'm not an experience. Even police and some posts though really made me wish I'd never gotten a guide dog. As much as I'm using my laptop to write this post. I'm using my laptop to write this post. I'm using my laptop to write this post from Yahoo Mail. What I don't know how to do is add a new contact to the address book. So I'm hoping that sending this post will somehow get the server to recognize that I want the email address to be saved. I can't say it'll work that way, but I can only hope so. I've been reading back through my posts, and man, I've come a long way since 7 years ago when I first started the blog. Okay, so back then I knew how to live life, but there was a lot of bad writing and I still hadn't learned how to live independently properly yet. Wow.
Actually, no, I don't think there was a lot of bad writing. Some of it was bad, but I think it was okay. I wrote that on the 6th of September. It's quite weird that I said that my writing's bad, and I don't know why I bloody said that, but anyway.
Posts, though, really made me wish I'd never gotten a guide dog.
I don't know why I said that either.
Much as I love dogs and I love Troy and I loved him as a guide dog, all the problems I went through wouldn't have happened had he never come into my life. Yet at the same time, I'd never have had any good times working a guide dog had I never met Troy.
Okay, I know that's true. I know that me and Troy had a lot of problems. We did. But that doesn't mean anything. I mean, yeah, he had a lot of problems and they wouldn't have happened if he hadn't come into my life. Okay, every person with a guide dog has problems when they get a guide dog for the first time. Oh my god.
A lot of the time me and Troy were a very good guide dog team. But sometimes
Yeah?
people would make shit up about me, and the guide dogs organisation in South Australia would dismiss everything I said regardless of facts or fiction.
Well, that's the Guide Dogs organisation in South Australia, not the Queensland Guide Dogs. Oh my god.
People said over the phone to her or other guide dog organisations was fact regardless of whether it was truth or lie. No facts needed to be considered. Just presume and accuse was the name of the game. It would be like someone saying that, oh, so-and-so did this, then I ring said so-and-so, then accuse them and after asking questions, still not believe anything so-and-so had to say no matter what actually happened. Well, not only was I let down, but this alone is a deal breaker for me getting another guide dog. Everything else I can be forgiving of. False accusations can't be forgiven. Not that I hold separate special grudges so to speak. But I'm not prepared to risk making mistakes that other people may perceive as intentional cruelty or appear to be doing something wrong based on somebody's perception of the situation just for the shit to hit the fan and come back to me as some story based on perceptions rather than on what the truth of the matter is. For example, I can be accused of cruelty if Troy, or let's say another dog, puts on too much weight. Well, that's a false accusation because if the dog puts on weight, then all that needs to be said is that I need to feed the dog less food for a while. Yet people can take a situation and turn it into something else entirely, and make someone else get into trouble because they convince guide dog staff of what presumably happened, not what the actual facts are.
Okay, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I can't get another guide dog. But I wrote all that shit on the 6th of September of 2016. I was pretty angry back then.
It is one example. Leash correction is another example where people can conjure up some story of me, or someone else, apparently abusing their guide dog. Now sometimes abuse may well have happened. So, in this case, instead of just falsely accusing me, find out the facts of the story first, and then accuse me of something I really did. Presuming what I do doesn't make it true. So,
Yeah, I know that's true. Presuming something doesn't make it true, but at the same time, I was so pissed off about all of that shit that I decided never to get another guide dog. And then when I moved off to Queensland, I was told that I could still get another guide dog because they were going to do another training program with me to make sure that there were things that could be sorted out if I didn't understand something, or if there was a new way of doing things that you couldn't accidentally hurt the dog, or if there was a new way of doing leash corrections that aren't as cruel, like if Guide Dogs Queensland updates their training policies every 5 years, is it? Is it every 5 years that they update their training? Or is it every single year they update the training policy protocol bloody thingo? And they change, not drastically, but they make some minor changes every so often to how you handle a dog, how you handle yourself and your dog. I don't know. Something happens where they update their program practices, training practices. Anyway, whatever, they're putting me through another training program.
this is why I'm not prepared to get another guide dog. I'm sick of having to live my life as though I'm owned by the public eye. Well, I'm definitely not here to be disapproved of or approved of by others, unless of course I'm actually doing something deliberately abusive or dangerous. This is where Guide Dogs needs to investigate properly to get the facts of the story. And asking me what happened and then deciding I must be lying without any proof of it makes me feel even less of the person questioning.
Yeah, that's fine. I wrote all that too. I don't want to deal with any shit. That's actually true. I don't want to deal with any shit, and I don't want to be under the public spotlight every 5 minutes. That's right. I don't want to be under the public spotlight. Then again, everybody treats disabled people like they're billboards, and the fact is disabled people are not billboards. They are people living their lives. I know that, that's all true. But I'd only just retired Troy in February back in 2016, so of course I decided, with all this shit going on, okay, I'm not getting another guide dog, and I'd only just retired Troy, so yeah, whatever, I'm not getting another dog. Now I've pretty much decided, oh well, Troy's okay, and fuck all of the other stuff that people think. I'm still getting a new dog. I don't care what the public thinks. It's not about them, it's about me living an independent lifestyle, whether they like it or not. And all of the other shit that goes on can be sorted out, and it will basically come out of the wash, come out with the washing. Actually, what's that saying? It'll come out in the wash later, is what the saying goes. How the saying goes. Anyway.
Some posts, though, really not an experience I want to repeat. Link. Even police and RSPCA inspectors come to arrest people without reasonable proof that the person is a possible suspect, and even then, after finding out that there's not enough proof of a crime or misdemeanor, they have to let the suspect go.
Yeah, that's true. But the fact is, people aren't living my life, and yeah, too bad. Too bad.
I don't know why disability organisations have to think they're so special that they can blame and accuse before finding out the whole story first.
Yeah, that can be true. I think it's true still that disability organisations are pretty stupid sometimes. But Guide Dogs Queensland, well, they're still alright as far as I know.
I keep remembering the day I arrived in Cairns back in 2012. It was a memorable one. This post was done a couple of weeks after I moved into a unit. Link, not the one I'm in now. I was so glad to move over here. Since then I've stopped visiting most family members, although I used to visit If there's one thing that I do regret and I still wish it hadn't happened, I totally can't stand how I nearly got a job after starting a cooking preparation course. Link.
Oh yeah, I went to a cooking preparation course back in, oh Jesus, when was this? 2012 it was. Yeah, and I nearly got a job, but I had to move out, yes.
But I lost the job because July. Link.
Anyway.
My life is a blind main in progress. Trial braille display. I received the braille main navigation. Select in progress.
Go to some more posts.
The 5th of September. Edit.
Why
Button.
does this blog insist that when I view a post, then I go back out of the post to view my list of posts again? It jumps way up the top.
Testing something with my wireless keyboard. I'm just doing something. A trip down memory lane and rambling on. More. View. Edit. Testing posting links via email. Okay, let's hope I can insert a link. More. Button. Another revival of the Braille note. More. View. My thoughts about discrimination against people with disabilities, especially in the workforce. And lots of other things. I haven't done a whole lot today. Edit. View. More. View. Button. Slash. Link. End.
I'm trying to find the post where I've decided that I've changed my mind and I'm getting another guide dog. I'm trying to find out when I wrote that post.
My thoughts about discrimination. I haven't done a MZRQ. I haven't done a whole lot today. My thoughts about discrimination. A really bumpy road ahead. I'm at main nav in progress. 12:35 p.m. Main navigation in progress. Boredom. I'm getting ahead. It's hot at the moment. Rose 115 to 100. Time to get back into blogging.
Yeah. Just letting the meat thaw for a little bit, and then I'm gonna defrost it.
Yeah.
I'm just checking out my little journal and stuff.
Yeah.
That Lemsip Max works. I feel alright. It's kicked in really good. I think it's very similar to aspirin, but that's alright. It works.
Time to get back in. Rose 100 and stress. Today was so fucking stressful. And to top it off, I'm waiting for another phone call. Rose, things are slowly falling into place. Me and Troy are doing fine today. I feel a lot better. It's sad that it has come to where I have to make one late rent payment because I had to stop. Rose 108. Pray. If any of you have been following my Rose 1. A sunny day. I've got my bird on my shoulder for a bit. Edit. Button. A nice night. I'm reading this. Rose at Nan and Pops. And now at home. I'm at Nan's place. I got picked up at 11:30, and we picked up a fish and chips order. But the chips were substituted for potato scallops. The 9th of April 2016.
9th of April.
More. View. Edit. Nan and Pops. More. View. It's me again. Hello. More. View. Me. More. Button. What I decided to do. I decided. More. View. Edit. View. More. What I just. More. View. Edit. I'm mostly all organized.
I'm trying to find the journal entry where I decide I want to get a new guide dog. Trying to find it.
View. Edit. This. More. My lazy day. I'm writing this blog in the Notes app. I'm still stuffing around with Safari on the blog site to see if I can This is my test blog. Here is a test blog. Rose 90. View. Edit. More. My happy dog takes over my blog once again. It's me again. View. Edit. The first. More. Another test post. This is another test. Use Rose. The 2nd of September, 2016. 12. Rose 85 to 86 of 100 and Rose 7. The 5th of September, 2016. 14. Rose 75 to 76 of 100. Rose 6. My thoughts about discrimination against people with disabilities, especially in the Rose 66 to 67 of 106. View. Edit. More. Ready to get out of Dodge. I'm at my grandparents' place. Edit. View. More. Nearly ready to vacate. Edit. View. More. The 19th of November, 2016. 12. 15. Dear Troy. Edit. View. More. Moving. It's me again. Troy has written his bit, so now it's my turn. I'm leaving for Brisbane soon. Cairns is a great place in a lot of ways, but on the 18th of Edit. Button. View. Button.
Out. I think I might have to come back to this
link.
To do another recording another time when I finally find that blog post that decides, hey, guess what? I'm going to get another dog. Wasn't going to get one, but I'm going to get one.
/ link. My life is a. This is. It's. Share this. It's me again. Troy has written his bit. My life is a blind. Moving. It's me again. A really bumpy road ahead. I'm at home after a main in progress. The 5th of September, 2016. Rose 79 to 80 of 100 and Rose. The 5th of September, 2000 and more. View. Edit. Testing something with my more. My boring life. I'm using the Notes app with my wireless keyboard to write this blog. I've got a cuppa next to me and edit. View. More. Troy is back again. 5 grinning face with wide eyes. More. View. Edit. Button.
That one, read that one.
Rose 71 to 72 of 1. Some things I couldn't write about until now. Well, 1. Button. Edit. Button. View.
Now.
Button.
What this is all about.
Blog post. View. Share. Menu. My life is. This is. Well, what if there? If there. Share it. Facebook. Twitter. Email. Loading. September. Loading. September 27th, 2016. Load. If there's one thing that keeps me sane as a loner and what I really hate is people whom I know, and not all of them, 1 minute will tell me that I have a lot to offer to people around me. Well, people, it's another day. Some things well, people, what if there's one thing that keeps me sane as a loner and outcast, is Troy. Right now he's the only best friend I have in my life. The friends on Roger can come and go, not that everyone will, and something can happen to Roger. But Troy won't suddenly leave, unless of course he gets euthanized. Until then, Troy will be a constant companion in my life. What will become of me after Troy finally dies? God only knows, to be honest. You see, right now I feel like I have to be there for Troy because he needs me. When he's gone, all accountability will be gone and I will be the only person I can consider and care for. So what I choose to do with my life will only affect me. So it won't really matter what choices I make, will it? Right now I've got all these restrictions on me. I can't stay out all night. I have to get out of bed to take Troy for a walk, take him into the yard, etc. When Troy goes, believe me, I won't feel better or okay about it, but I'll definitely feel free to live how I choose. Because he will no longer be affected by my lifestyle choices. I think that Troy is really awesome. He always gives me a reason to get out of bed every day. Right now me and Troy are shut up in the house, in my room. There's a big blue going on outside and I'm scared of it. I don't want to have to call the cops. So right now I'm hiding and will call the cops if any real shit goes down that may affect me. But if the dramas don't come to my particular unit, then what other people do is their choice. Too many people are doing the Hunger Games thing. Whoever kills or maims first gets the village. And frankly it's all bullshit. Communication is at an all-time low and I'd rather hide from everyone for mine and Troy's safety. At least Troy can tell before I ever can, that trouble is coming, so I can quickly do what's necessary to avoid the crap. He has never purposefully allowed me to get into any trouble, and for that I want to purposefully support and help my dog to live the rest of his life until his last breath. I guess the pack mentality still does increase one's odds of survival, even though the reasons for not surviving may not be the same reasons, such as animals running and chasing you down. These days, it's people doing the hunting down of other people, and apparently Troy has proven to me that the instinct of dogs really does keep themselves and their human counterparts alive. I guess the saying, the dog is man's best friend, stands the test of time.
It does.
I've decided to eat out later. I don't know what the cheap. My life. Some things I couldn't write about. A really bumpy road ahead. I'm a really bumpy road ahead. Main nav in progress. The 5th of September.
All this stuff.
Row 79 to 80. The 5th. Row 77 to 78 of 100. A trip down. Row 74 to 7. Row 71 to 70. Row 6. Some things I couldn't write about until now. Troy's last blog. Well, hi. Row 60. The 19th of November, 2016. 12. 15. Dear Troy. Row 6. Nearly ready to vacate. I'm having a relaxing day today. The 5th of December, 2016. 13. 42. I'm sitting outside after eating lunch and I'm feeling. Row 62. View. Button. Edit. More. Button. View. Edit. The 27th of January, 2017. 22. 13. I'm in my room. I'm writing as I speak to Tori on Hangouts. I have to admit that as much as I hate moving and it's a struggle and all that, it had to. The 27th of January 2017.
Well, guys, I'm going to stop this recording.
Voice Recorder HQ.
What I'll do is when I find the post...
Pause. Stop. Pause. Stop.
Excuse the cough, but I can't help it. If you're wondering why don't you get it checked out, I did get it checked out, and it's not caused by pneumonia, it's caused by a type of virus that keeps on activating in my system, and the only treatment for it is medications, which is what I'm doing. So there's nothing else that can actually be done besides find medicines that doesn't make me very sick or not sick at all, if preferable. Some medicine I can tolerate a lot, some I can hardly tolerate. Other ones I can't have whatsoever. Other ones I can have sparingly. Just depends. The fact is, my type of coughing problem isn't something you just take medicine and it's gone. It's a long-term issue that needs TLC, essentially, to get rid of it. Which is sad news, but that's how it goes. And it's one of those things, if I don't treat it, it'll just get worse. But if I do treat it, it's still going to take a long time to get rid of it. It's just one of those things. And because it's triggered by getting colds and little things like that, I'm not going to lock myself inside to avoid getting sick. I need to live my life whether I get sick or not. The fact is, I need to keep myself fit and healthy no matter how sick I feel, and just take medicine as I need. I don't have to delve into it too much, because there's nothing that can actually be done to magically get rid of it. My body has to get rid of it itself. Anyway, I'm out, over and out. When I find this post, I'm going to be like, whoa, hang on, have a look at this. Okay. So yeah, bye for now, guys, and I'll talk to you later.
Stop button.